Hey everyone, and welcome Living in Ottawa. And in this week's episode, we're going to cover the high-end Canadian real estate market and the recent trend of it skyrocketing in value. But first, show reel, hit it. The Canadian real estate market has been stunning growth over the past 2 years. Nowhere is that more evident than in the high-end luxury home sales. So what is a luxury home? Luxury for one home buyer may be average for another, but a few characteristics tend to hold true for high-end properties. The first, of course, is location. Isn't it always? Homes in desirable urban locations on gorgeous coastal properties or even upscale suburbs and neighborhoods are more likely to fall into the luxury category. And location alone is not enough. Luxury homes often have superior quality construction and finishings, as well as decadent amenities. And lots of space and specialty rooms like theaters and even guest houses are part of the luxury home scene. And these homes tend to be unique, and some are well known. They may be historical or architecturally significant or even have famous former residents. And the only tangible way to determine how the high-end Canadian real estate market is doing is to judge by the price. Today, we'll talk about homes selling in over the $1 million, over the $3 million, and over the $10 million, which is a completely different stratosphere. Luxury home prices vary dramatically from place to place in Canada. And in some markets, you can buy the most extravagant home in the city for $1 million. And in other places, most notably Toronto or Vancouver, that's below the average home cost. And those are the markets that have seen $3, $4, and $10 million sales. And they have definitely seen them. In Toronto, home sales for over $3 million increased by 112.8% in 2021. And in Vancouver, that increase was 75.8%. Are you wondering about those $10 million homes? Sales for those homes in Toronto increased 156%, and in Vancouver, 167% in a single year. 2021 saw a veritable boom in luxury home sales. These are record-setting increases, far greater than the overall increase in home sales across Canada last year. And luxury home buyers moving to Ottawa or moving in Ottawa and able to spend $1 million accounted for 9% of home sales in 2021. That's an increase of 2% in 2019. For home sales costing more than $4 million, that sales increased 800%. These percentages seem absolutely extraordinary. To get a better perspective on the scope of the high-end real estate market in Canada, we need to look at some of the plain numbers. The market isn't quite as extreme as it appears. The very best example is right here in Ottawa. It's true that sales of homes costing over $4 million rose 800% from 2020 to 2021. But sales rose for one home in that price range in 2020 to 9 in 2021. And sometimes it can be hard to pin down sales growth in the market due to private sales. That means that growth percentages vary depending on the source. In Vancouver, RE/MAX reported 167% growth in home sales over the $10 million mark, where Sotheby's reported a 218% growth based on the multiple listings service. What does that really mean? In 2020, there were 11 sales through the MLS of $10 million or more. And in 2021, there were 24. When absolute numbers are small, percentage changes are magnified. So yes, luxury home sales saw a lot of growth in 2021 compared to previous years. But the number of homes, especially at the highest price points, remained relatively low. The same cannot be said for homes in the $1 million price range. February of 2022 saw the average Canadian home price rise by $816,720. That's up 20% from February of 2021, and it puts the average very close to that $1 million luxury price point. And in markets like Toronto and Vancouver, average home prices are already over $1 million. And luxury market reports don't even include a property unless it's selling for over $3 or $4 million. In others like Halifax and Calgary, spending $1 million places a buyer at the very top end of the market. And in Calgary, only 4 homes were sold over $4 million in 2021, compared to 2 in 2020. And no properties were sold for over $10 million in either city. RE/MAX reports that the average Calgary home price in 2021 was $463,900. And in Halifax, people moving to Canada can purchase far more luxurious homes for $1 million than in Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal. And according to CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, the average price for a home in Halifax in February of 2022 was $422,100. And the same is true right here in Ottawa. A home in a desirable neighborhood right in the city has a higher average price than one in a smaller community nearby. Even with the relatively low numbers of homes in this category, the skyrocketing high-end real estate market can't be ignored. One reason for low numbers of sales is low supply. There is an increased demand for these homes, pushing prices higher. So why are people looking at these high-end properties now? And why have we seen such a high demand over the past 2 years? The answer may be the pandemic and the changes in the overall Canadian real estate market. As property values have soared and continue to rise, more people are starting to see home ownership as an investment vehicle. Owning a home that will increase markedly in value can be valuable for retirement or passing on for family wealth. And despite programs in place to discourage it, investors are also purchasing single-family homes. We may be seeing a shift in priorities as well. The pandemic forced us to look at what we want from our homes. We spent more time in them, and we may have socked away some extra savings in the process. And home buyers may be deciding that the luxury home is best for their families and their futures. And for that, they are willing to pay a luxury price. Now keep tuning in to Living in Ottawa for updates on these high-end homes and the rest of the Canadian and Ottawa real estate market. And if you're thinking about making a move, feel free to reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even wrap it up in a bow and send it first class, because we got your back. We're moving to Ottawa or anywhere across Canada. And each and every week we're bringing brand new videos just like this one. So make sure to tap that subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified each and every time we do a brand new video. Till next time, take care. In Vancouver, RE/MAX reported 167%. What does that really mean? In 2020, fun times. Whew, it's a lot of words. Owning a home that will increase remarkably, I'm butchering this one. Butchering.